Hey guys, Math 3, this is day 2 of compositions. Actually doing compositions of functions today. So we're going to talk about what to do with that. Just understand that we can plug in any function we want to into another one. Okay, so we're going to substitute a value in and plug it in just like we were doing yesterday with evaluating. Now, this is a special notation. You've never seen it before, or maybe you've never seen it before, but it's got a circle here. It's not multiplication. It is read specifically for compositions. And you read it f of g of x. F of g of x. Now, you're used to seeing just this part, g of x. Well, now we've just added f of g of x, okay? And what it means for you to do is to evaluate the function g and then take that answer to evaluate the function f. So you're going to do two functions. You're going to take this function g right here, evaluate it like we did yesterday, so plug in a number, and after you get the answer to that number, you're going to take it and you're going to take that answer and plug it in to the function f. So you've got like a double substitution to do, all right? It's it's not too bad, all right? Now, sometimes this is not the only way we write things, f of g. If you remember, sometimes we write f of x like this, f of x. Well, you can also write f of g like that. Well, that doesn't go there. Sorry, hold on. You can write it f of g of x. All right, so we like writing it this way sometimes because this kind of looks like order of operations. You do g of x first, it's on the inside of the parentheses, and then you do f of x after that. Let's look at a couple examples down below. Okay, I've got two functions. In green, f of x, and in red, I've got g of x, and I'm going to evaluate the following. Right here, I'm going to evaluate f of g of 3. Now, the first thing I recognize is I'm going to do g of 3 first. So I need to evaluate g of 3. Of course, that means go to my red function, g, and plug in a 3. So I'm going to do that. And I get the answer negative 11. So when you plug in 3 into g, you get negative 11. Now I'm going to take that answer and I'm going to plug it in to my other function. Alright, so that's what I'm doing here. I went to the green function f, 3x minus 4. Here's 3x minus 4. Now I'm plugging this in for x, and then I evaluate and get an answer of negative 37. That's the idea. Let's try another one, same idea. Okay, I'm going to substitute the g of negative 2 in for the g function. And then I take that answer and plug it into the f function. All right. Now, here's a couple more examples. I'll do them quickly. Just pause it whenever you need to. Okay, now we're going to go to the next part, and that is that you can substitute an entire function into the other one. This one says f of g of x, so this time I don't have a numerical value to plug in. I'm still going to do the same process. Okay, I'm going to take all of g of x and plug it into f. So my g of x, remember from above, was negative 2x minus 5. I'm going to plug all of that into f. So here's my function f, and I'm going to take all of g of x and plug it in there. And that just becomes, use the distributive property, combine like terms. Now, some people ask, is f of g the same thing as g of f? So we'll try and find out. So I'm going to take all of f of x, and I'm going to plug it into the function g of x. Alright, and you can see here that actually, in this case, they are not the same, are they? So sometimes f of g of x is the same as g of f of x, sometimes it's not. We'll look at that another day. Let me know if you have any questions. We'll see you in class tomorrow.